You see, this country is not being destroyed by some invading army. It's being destroyed exactly as our forefathers said could be the only way that it would be destroyed, and that is from within. Most of the people who have had a hand in the destruction of this great nation have been Freemasons, members of the Rosicruci, members of the Knights of Malta, the Golden Dawn, Templi Ordo Orientalis, B'nai B'rith, that's a biggie. And B'nai B'rith doesn't mean Jews any more than Freemasonry means Lutherans. And there's another big player in all of this that most of you have never heard about. And that's the Order of St. John of Jerusalem. All of these organizations at their highest level are subversive.
Possess the living word like Deuteronomy. Inside of me, a student of the philosophies of Socrates and Diocles. I study my enemy to stop the obvious androgyny. Deceptions manifested, so I offer no apologies. I'll walk in the Parthenon with a squad of unruly dogs, carrying Athena's head like Perseus with Medusa's locks, and banish the lodge of the nine muses to the rule of God, while we're burying our dead severed from this crude mirage. Another school of thought pushed deeper than Confucius, past the realm of Anubis to the primordial fluids, extracting for alchemic immortality the pursuing, and the Lord's creation is absorbed and absorbed while they do it. But this is the blueprint for an immaculate student of the mysteries of history, wrapped in a shroud of illusion, spreading massive confusion throughout the cattle and move them into a state of inescapable servitude and abuses. The compass points north, but the road is cold there, so the measurements corrected by a lone gold square, and they don't care. The feast and relish in your losses, followed by the eastern star holding on to rose crosses. The compass points north, but the road is cold there, so the measurements corrected by a lone gold square, and they don't care. The feast and relish in your losses, followed by the eastern star holding on to rose crosses.
Fathers W in Hebrew, that's a simple click. So the World Wide Web is just another spread of 666. Symbols of dicks depicting what they confirm, so the internet exists from a scientist at CERN. Shit you'll never learn, no matter what you pledge to it. They got you giving oaths to the Black Pope and the Jesuits, lifetime membership to sodomy and anal warts of warlock property. What did you think the fate would cost? Your brain is off if you let it ignore the pedivores. They bled out the poor as little children's fed their jaws. Not a metaphor, this is more than crazy. Goya's painting a Saturn is a crony eating a baby. Ptolemaic bloodlines controlling papal supremacy, sacrificing virgins serving supernatural entities. Through obscenity their vessels become desolate, possession by demons that'll leave them eating their excrement. The First Reich was the foreman of the Catholic Church. The Pope blessed Hitler for doing such fantastic work. Massacred black masses of the master's word. Blasphemers, for who you think these bastards serve. The demiurge they praise is known as Lucifer. Saturn to them is El, and Baal is known as Jupiter. Cubic computer maneuver of apotheosis, becoming God-men, that's Illuminati gnosis.
The compass points north, but the road is cold there, so the measurements corrected by a lone gold square, and they don't care. The feast and relish in your losses, followed by the eastern star holding on to rose crosses. The compass points north, but the road is cold there, so the measurements corrected by a lone gold square, and they don't care. The feast and relish in your losses, followed by the eastern star holding on to rose crosses. Making up with guts what we lack in appearance, Colt and call of attack and smashing Pythagorean's theorem, using the fearsome method to manifest the truth in a serum that we can trace and inject into your ear, so you're hearing that they interface their thoughts with AI through a barcode and interlaces space and time aligns with what the stars show. Rosicrucians abuse obtuse methods of control while they're making deals with currency made up of our souls. A wormhole can be opened through their mathematics, while in black magic's master realm of electromagnetic static. Ethereal materials bringing the tower babble back to the collapse of the society is swallowed, followed by God's wrath. And as time passes by, we're conditioned to be complacent in a Freemasons world run by illuminated agents. Adjacent to the moon and sun, our blood supplies the ancient pagan civilizations whose roots are the brood of Satan. The compass points north, but the road is cold there, so the measurements corrected by a lone gold square, and they don't care. The feast and relish in your losses, followed by the eastern star holding on to rose crosses. The compass points north, but the road is cold there, so the measurements corrected by a lone gold square, and they don't care. The feast and relish in your losses, followed by the eastern star holding on to rose crosses.
And I can assure you that even if you're a 33rd degree Freemason of the Scottish Rite, there are degrees over you. For beyond that degree, they disappear behind what is called the veil. See, I know more about your order and your lodge than most of you ever will if you live to be 210. You don't even understand most of your own ceremonies. You just go through them because that's what you got to do to get the next degree and be loved by your brothers. You are part of a subversive organization that is destroying this country from within. Most Freemasons do not even understand that when they circumambulate the lodge, with the masters sitting in the east representing the rising sun, that they are practicing an ages-old pagan rite to their true deity, which is the sun, the light Lucifer. And many of them, fulfilling their oath to remain silent or to lie when the truth is presented to the public or before them, point to the Bible on their altar and say, "See, we are Christians. There's our Bible." What they will not do, ladies and gentlemen, is take you down the street to a lodge in a neighborhood populated by Indian immigrants, and I mean Indians from the far east, India, on the Indian Ocean, where upon the altar of that Freemasonic lodge is a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. Oh no, they won't tell you that, for they're consummate liars, deceivers, and manipulators. And it amazes me how the public can continue to buy their bullshit for year after year after year after year. After they went to high school, they went to work. Or they went to college for 4 years where they were indoctrinated into what they are to believe and propound to the general public, and then they went to work for someone else.